Good morning, students. We are going to continue with the same chapter, matter in our surrounding. Now we were doing last time the topic evaporation and the factors affecting evaporation. The first factor which we discussed was the surface area. So surface area, more is the surface area, more is the rate of evaporation. We did that. Second is increase in temperature. Now we know more is the temperature, more will be the rate of evaporation. How? Because higher is the temperature, higher is the kinetic energy of the particles of liquid, which increases the rate of evaporation. Third is the decrease in humidity. Humidity, we mean the amount of water vapor present in the air. So, if the humidity is higher, then the evaporation process will be low. Like in summers, when the rainfall in monsoon season, the rainfall is high, what happen? Humidity is more, then the evaporation rate is very low. Clothes does not dry faster. Why? Because the humidity in air is high. So lower is the humidity, higher is the rate of evaporation. You can take the example of desert cooler also. Like in desert cooler, it work only in the in the hot dry days only. Like when the hot dry days are there, then only evaporation take place, and then only you get the cool air. When the humidity is there in the air, then it does not work. So lower is the humidity, higher is the rate of evaporation. Next is the increase in speed of wind. Increase in speed of wind, you can write that more is the speed of wind, more will be the rate of evaporation. How? You can write the reason being that the increase in wind speed, the particles of water, they move away with the wind, thereby increasing the water vapor in the surrounding. As a result, the rate of evaporation, it increases. Next is, how does evaporation cause cooling? Now, whenever evaporation takes place, what happens? The cooling effect takes place. For example, the simple example, you can take the example of tree. When it is very hot and you come under a tree, you feel cool. How? You know that trees, they keep on evaporating. Why? How? Through the stomata, they keep on losing the water. And during the evaporation, loss of water, they take the heat of the surrounding. And surrounding, they take the heat of surrounding, the surrounding, it becomes cool, right? So evaporation, whenever evaporation takes place, it causes the cooling effect. One more example is when you go near the river side. Whenever you go at that place, you feel the cooling effect. How? The river water, when it evaporates, it takes the heat from the surrounding, and the surrounding, it becomes cool. So this is how the evaporation, it causes the cooling effect. One more example, when you put some petrol on your hand or palm, and when it evaporates, your hand palm, it becomes cool. How? It takes the heat from your palm, and during the evaporation, it takes the heat and your palm, it becomes cool, right? So more is the faster is the evaporation, faster is the cooling effect. One more question what we will do right now. Why do we wear cotton clothes in summer? Now, if we wear nylon cloth or other clothes which do not absorb the sweat, what will happen? The pores when in our skin, when they take a perspire, when they perspire, and the cloth which we are wearing, they do not absorb the sweat, then we feel very much hot. But the cotton cloth, it absorbs the sweat, and it increase the surface area for the sweat, and then that sweat, it start evaporating. How it evaporate? It take the heat from your body surface, and your body has the cooling effect, right? So that is why we wear cotton clothes in summer, right? So cotton is a good absorber of sweat. That is why we wear the cotton clothes in summer. Next question is, why do we sprinkle water on the roof or the open ground in the summer? We do generally in the summers, in the evening. So why do we do that? During the hot summer evening, people often sprinkle water on the rooftop. Why? The water evaporates by absorbing the heat from the ground, and the surrounding air. By losing heat, the ground becomes cool and people feel comfortable, right? One more question related to that is, why is ice rubbed on the burnt part of the skin? The question is, why is ice rubbed on burnt part of skin, which we do generally, right? So the reason again is, when a finger or some other part of our body get burned, we rub the burnt portion with ice. The reason is the temperature of injured skin increases, and when ice is rubbed, the excess heat from the skin is taken by large latent heat of fusion of water. As a result, the temperature of injured skin decreases and we feel less pain. That's it. Okay.